Hello everyone, welcome to this Docker session. So today we are going to learn how you can set environment variables within the Docker container. Okay, some environment variables are also come default with a image. So let me show you. Okay, do we have any Docker image with us? No, let's go ahead and download my favorite image, Nginx. If this image is already present on this Docker host, then this will not download it again. If it is not there, then definitely this is going to download from the Docker Hub. And let's wait till it get downloaded successfully. Okay, we got this image on our local system, and this is with the latest tag because we haven't provided any tag. That is okay. And this is the image ID, and this was modified 26 hours ago, and 187 MB is the size of this image. Now let's describe this image so that we can see which all environment variables are default set within this image. Docker image inspect. Inspect is command to describe image, and this inspect will show us a lot many information about this image, like what is the architecture, size, operating system, entry point, and some environment variable as well. So we are interested in environment variable right now, and you can see this path, Nginx version, NGS version, and package release. These are the environment variables set within this image by default. And what if we have to add some custom environment variable? We can definitely do that as well while creating a container. So let's see. So what I'll do, I'll create a container first from this Docker image Nginx, and will show you which all environment variables are available. The thing is, if there are four environment variable within this Docker image, then container will also have the same. Okay, Docker container run. Let's run into the detach mode so that my container will go and run within the background. I'll name that container as C1, and I'm interested in creating it from the Nginx. Let's check the environment variable by doing execute within the container C1, and ENV is the command. Okay, you can log in within this container as well with the help of IT C1 bash and check for environment variables, and this host name pwd are extra environment variables that get added while creating container, but the four variable which we just saw within the inspect of this image is available over here, like package release, NGS version, then path, and then Nginx version. So all these things are already present over here. Okay, and other variables which you can see, these are required only for container internal purpose. Okay, and what if we need to add some extra environment variable, some I meant to say, like the environment variable which are required within some properties or our application to execute some script. So for that matter, definitely we can go ahead and add some extra environment variable as well. And let's say if you don't want to look, I meant to say, don't want to go within this container and look for environment variable from outside as well, you can always go ahead and look for the environment variable. You always don't need to go within the container and check the environment variable. So this is the very easy way to check for the environment variable within this container. Okay, so let's go ahead and create one more container, but this time I'm going to add some environment variable. Let's say db user with value as main, let's admin, and container name cannot be C1 because C1 already exists. So every container should have different name. Let's check the environment variable within the container C2 now, and you can see this earlier I was having six environment variable, and now I'm having seven environment variable over here. And the one which I have just set is nothing but db user equal to admin, which is available, and this can be used within the container as well. So this is how we can set environment variable within this. But this is very temporary change. It's not a permanent one. I mean to say like I always need to provide this hyphen e db user equal to admin while creating a container. Okay. But what if I want this environment variable to be present within a custom image? Okay, I don't want to provide this environment variable always while creating a container. So this is a temporary workaround you can consider, but I want some permanent fix. So for that matter, you definitely have to create a Docker file, and from that you have to create a custom image. So we can do that as well. What I'll do, I'll create a Docker file. If I have any I was having a Docker file already, so I have deleted it so that we can go ahead and create a fresh Docker file from this from is nothing but from which base image you want to create a custom image, and let's provide some environment variable db user. This time let me provide db pass, okay, so that things will be much different, and let me provide admin123. Okay, so I'm adding this environment variable db pass as the environment variable, and value of that environment variable is admin123 within the custom image. Okay, so whatever custom image I'm going to create from this Docker file, that custom image will have this environment variable. So this is how you can permanently add a environment variable within the custom image. I have now created this Docker file. Let's go ahead and build it. Docker image build, name it as nginx env. You can name it anything. Okay, this got created, and this is the new image which I have just created, and this should have this db pass as an environment variable. You can inspect it as well. uh, Let me inspect so that I can show you this new environment variable is there within this image or not. Docker image inspect. Okay, image spelling is wrong, my bad. And you can see these are the environment variables over here, and the one which I have just added within the Docker file appeared within the inspect section of this environment. Okay, and if you create a container from this nginx env image, then definitely this new environment variable which I have just added will also be there. Okay, so let's do that as well so that all our concepts will be clear. I don't need to provide any environment over here. Name it as a C3, and this time I'm going to create it from the new custom image. Check for environment variable C3, and great. This DB password, a new environment variable, is now present within the custom image. And if it is there in the custom image, then definitely that will come within the container as well. So this is how we can fix it permanently. Okay, so the earlier solution was temporary. That was just to check if things are working fine or not. If you got success with that, then that temporary change can be taken into the Docker file and create a custom image so that that will be a permanent fix for us. Okay, so I hope you understand how we can set environment variable within the container while creating it, and how to fix it permanently with the help of Docker file as well. Okay, and if you want to know mm, if you want to know things regarding Docker into the great detail, then I have created and uploaded all those videos in the same playlist. So you can go through it. I'll provide the link in the description box as well. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this, and enjoy the day. Bye bye.